Welcome back to the Potted Together podcast. My name is Adam, and as always, I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Becca and Nicole. Happy season 9.
Hello. Happy season 9.
Ooh, it's kind of surreal. Ooh, season 9.
It is wild. 9 seasons, 4.5 years.
Yeah. A lot of people think a lot of people hear season 9 and think we've been doing it for 9 years.
Yeah, I do that sometimes too in my head.
Yeah.
This season is going to be packed full of some pretty fun episodes. We've got a plan. And we're excited to share. Also, I feel like at the top of the episode, we should say that season 9 is going to be the last Potted Together season.
Ooh.
Yep.
Aww.
We are closing this chapter for a few different reasons, but we just also want to say right off of that we're not going anywhere in terms of regularly showing up. We have a plan to shift and rebrand in a different way. So there will still be stuff with the three of us.
Yes.
It's just that this chapter is closing, but there is a new chapter, a new book being written.
Ooh, I like that.
Cue Natasha Bedingfield.
And the rest is still unwritten. Although it's kind of written because we're planning. The rest is in outline.
A Trello board.
A Trello
Doc.
planning board. So this podcast has meant so much to all of us. I think I can speak for all of us when I say that it has carried us through some really rough times, some really great times, and it's just exciting to know that it doesn't have to end, but we can shift and still hang out.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And still keep you company while you're doing your plant chores.
Yeah, for sure. So actually, you know what would be kind of fun is if we had people guess what they think the next project is going to be.
Oh, that would be fun.
So how about on our Instagram post today, you do some predictions.
Yeah.
And maybe the person who guesses right will get a prize.
Yeah.
Or maybe we don't have a plan and we're just asking you to write it.
Hey, we still want to do something, but
we're changing lanes. Let's everyone guess what you think we're going to be doing.
Yeah. Weird marketing.
No, I actually wonder how often people do stuff like that. They're like, ooh, big news coming up.
Right.
A lot.
I see that. I've seen that TikTok where like a couple, which I haven't tried this and I should with Steve. I'll be like, guess where I'm taking you to dinner tonight. It's your favorite place.
Oh,
and
that's so mean.
And he guesses and but you just go, you know.
Yeah, you're like,
yep. Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. That's a way to trick those indecisive people into deciding.
Hey.
No, we really
Make
do
it
have
a
a
game.
plan. So guess what it is. Because it'll be
We
fun
really
to
do.
see.
It is very much still in the beginning stages, but it is a plan. And we're excited. But anyway, today wait, Adam, you're running this episode.
Oh, I am, yeah. You hold the tail. I'm this cat.
Hey, that's Patreon.
Anyway, today, as with most season premieres for Potted Together, we're kind of just going to do a catch up, see where life has taken us over the break, see where our plant collections have been since our ending of season 8 at the beginning of the summer.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's just the vibe today. That's what the girls are getting into. So anyway, Becca, you want to start since you're currently like upended and probably have the most change from all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's just this moment right now actually summarizes the last month of my life perfectly. I'm sitting outside a laundromat in my car recording this because it did slip my mind that we were going to be recording this. So I was like, fuck. It was just like a classic ADHD slip the brain moment because I was like, oh yeah, we're doing that. And then it just was gone. Poof. Um, so we moved. For everybody, if you don't follow me on socials, we moved, and it has been okay. Having a big announcement like this on social media is so funny because like not everybody sees every post you make.
Right.
So it's like in my mind, I was like, oh, I just need to make one announcement video saying that I'm moving. But no, because then people would be like, wait, what? Yeah. You're moving? When I would just casually mention it again. So half for me and also half to like drive home the fact that I've moved. I'm making a lot of content that's nostalgic and kind of sad and just talking about it a little bit more online just because I want everybody to be on the same page. But yeah, we moved to Oklahoma City and it's been a whirlwind. We just got our fridge yesterday. I'm at the laundromat because we were supposed to be getting our washer and dryer in a few days, but it's actually not going to be here until the end of the month, which is so annoying.
Oh, and Becca has no clean undies.
I actually have like hundreds of underwear, so I'm good. But Daniel does not. So he actually, he probably doesn't even want me to share that. Whatever.
Dan should be at the laundromat then.
So I brought like a full basket load and it ended up being 3 loads that I did all at the same time. It took 30 minutes. That's crazy.
I know. Isn't that like, okay, this is a very like entitled viewpoint. I understand that because had I been forced to use a laundromat, I probably would be not happy about it. But I did at one point in my life for years have to use a laundromat, and I did it like that everything could get done within an hour.
Same.
Yeah. Whereas when you have something at home, for me personally, I am rewashing the same load of clothes 3 times because I forgot that they were in the washer.
Yes, that's me.
And then I need to demold the washer because they fucking sat in there for months. Not really. Not that bad.
Days.
But you know what I mean.
Days.
Couple days, Maybe over a vacation. I threw in some towels and then we went on vacation and I forgot about that.
The towels grow things. Yeah.
The towels,
they
not the
damn near
towels.
started walking out that washer. Anyway.
Yeah.
I do wonder if someone pulls up to this laundromat and sees you sitting in your car with your headphones on, holding a microphone.
Takes a photo, does a Google search.
I look like a fucking weirdo.
What in the white woman hell is going on over there?
I'm working. This is work from home.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually had plans to leave the laundromat and go to the library with Nora because I was going to have Nora with me. This would have been a way bigger disaster, but actually the universe worked out in my favor because she got tired early, which you guys, you're never supposed to talk about a sleeping baby, but I have to
really
report.
Want to do that?
No, I think I want to because I've accepted if it never happens again, that's okay.
Okay.
It will eventually, but she slept from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. uninterrupted.
A dream.
She has literally never done this before. She's 15 months old. She has never done that.
Really?
Yes. And like Dan and I woke up like 2 times because she normally wakes up like, I don't know, 11 and then like 3. Those like she's always consistently that, sometimes more.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we woke up at those intervals and we were like, is she awake? Like, what is she doing? And she would like
sleeping.
Right, yeah. She would like sometimes like make a sound like she'd go like, but that she was like asleep. And that was just like so wild and crazy, and I feel so rejuvenated right now.
Wow.
It's amazing. What a gift in the midst of all of this craziness that my child slept for 12 hours.
She's probably just as tired as you guys moving.
Probably.
The chaos.
And the poor dogs, like I feel so bad for them because like Leo, Cooper seems fine. Honestly, Cooper seems fine, which I'm surprised by. But Leo seems a little
because he's got a whole
depressy.
full drawer of underwear to chew through. Okay,
exactly.
He knows. He knows.
Hundreds.
Just kidding.
They've been keeping their dirty laundry on the floor. He's in hog heaven.
Oh God.
No, actually, he hasn't chewed up any underwear. Thank God. Now is not the time, Cooper.
You need them all.
It's not.
Desperate times. We need all them undies. But yeah, that's basically my update. Like I unboxed all of my plants yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them look pretty bad, but some of them look totally fine. Like the Hoyas look great.
Of course.
But are we gonna do like a general, like, how are we scheduling this or organizing this?
Well, I mean, you know, we make the rules here, babes.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk about your plan update now, talk about your plan update.
Well, let's break up me. You guys
Okay.
talk about your like general life, and
Let's
then
talk
I'll go
about
into
me.
my plans. Like,
Okay,
I don't want
Nicole.
to just have a bulk of me talking.
A bulk Becca.
Becca in bulk.
Oh, Nicole, what's up with you?
Well, you know, as one does,
You survived the cicadas.
I survived the cicadas. I also.
But you're scared of the cicada mites now.
Well, yeah, because I got bit. I got bit on my back in a very compromising location on my back. It was in a love handle fat fold. Okay, so I was reminded every time I moved a certain way that I got bit, but it's finally going away. However, what I was gonna say is, you know, when we
love handles, I got them. The best part of the muffin is the top. Am I right?
Am I right? You are right, actually.
You are.
Yeah, I know.
100%.
Sorry.
I made muffins this morning. Anyway.
Ooh.
Wait, you know those big Costco muffins with like the stuff on top of them and all that yummy shit?
Yeah.
All
that yummy shit. Yeah.
Sploosh.
So that is a sploosh. Like the brown sugar chunks.
The crumbles. Why are crumbles and anything so good? Long John Silver crumbles? Fuck yes.
What is a Long John?
You know the
Silver?
crumblies? The crumblies that they
No.
have in the bottom of like your... It's like extra breading that's been deep fried.
Long John Silvers.
Oh,
I haven't had Long John Silvers since like 2001.
I don't think I've ever
Okay,
had Long
well.
John Silvers, if I'm being honest.
Homework assignment.
Adam
Long
looks
John Silvers.
Okay. Mark it down. Anyway, every time we start a
I
new
haven't
season,
eaten in a while either, so I'm sorry. Go, Nicole.
I'm gonna DoorDash you Long John Silvers. Every time we start a new season, I get amnesia. Like, I can't remember what I ate for lunch yesterday. I'm not gonna remember what I did all summer. So what did I do before we got on? I wrote some things down. I have some notes.
Ooh.
So first I wanted to talk about really quickly that we did a meetup like the week after season 8 ended. And we didn't get to talk about that on Maine because we kind of ghosted everybody after that, you know? So the meetup was fun.
Poof,
It was so
was
much
really
fun.
fun. Wild times.
It was wild
Good
times.
old Chicago.
Yeah, a lot of people showed up to Sunnyside Plants in Chicago. We played some Plant Pictionary, some potted together classic Plant Pictionary. And we just mingled, and it was really nice getting to meet everybody. And I say it all the time, but I cannot wait for our next one because it's truly such a fun time meeting people that listen to the podcast. Like, genuinely probably one of the highlights of my life.
Yeah,
Truly.
also very easy to like talk to people.
Yeah.
Like
Plant
everyone's
people.
just jiving, you know?
Yes.
And we all kind of tied for Plant Pictionary. No one actually won, so that was really fun.
Yeah, no one won at all.
I'm so sorry. That's just not true. Are you baiting me right now? You're baiting me.
Becca's been baited.
Like, literally, as you were saying that, I was like,
That's so not true.
That's not true. Hello.
bullshit. I fucking won. Again.
Roll the tapes.
Roll the tapes. No, it was fun. And I feel like having our audience involved made it so much more fun because we have some artists. We also had some that were really difficult. Like the one in particular that I think about all the time is the Summer Rain Oaks one.
Yes.
Like, how hard would that be to do for Pictionary?
Yeah.
I believe that was my team that got that one, and I believe I am
Got
the
it right.
person
Yeah.
who guessed it.
Yeah, probably.
You did.
That was so much fun though, and the food was bomb.
Yeah, we catered from Fork It. And just a couple weeks ago, I was photographing a wedding that used them. And they had this huge spread for like, you know, it was more elegant and like elaborate because it was for a wedding. But still beautiful, still delicious. And yeah, if we're ever doing another meetup in Chicago, we'll for sure use them again. But there were some unfortunate events that occurred while in Chicago at our Airbnb, because we have the best luck with Airbnbs, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
We do. But yeah, that's like a whole story. If you wanted to listen to it, you could hop over to Patreon. But pretty much, so a shower door was broken. Becca was slightly
shower
injured.
door shattered.
Shower door shattered. Becca was slightly injured emotionally and physically. And they tried to get us to pay for it. And we won. End of story. But yeah, there was more to it than that, but that was crazy. I do say that we should probably go with Verbo when we have another meetup, possibly in Phoenix, possibly in February. We do Verbo.
Yeah. Something different.
Because Airbnb ain't it. It's just not it.
I wish that hotels would make more spaces like Airbnb, like a condo.
Yeah.
You know? But it's a hotel, but it's a condo. Well, I guess those do exist. But
yeah, the extended stays, but they're not.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, I actually did stay at an extended stay hotel in like a couple years ago for Daniel's birthday. We went to Kansas City to Worlds of Fun. And accidentally, I guess, but we had a kitchen, a living room, and a bedroom. And I was like, this is great. But it's just not cozy. Like, if it was the three of us, like, I would still feel very much like I'm in a hotel room.
Yeah, was it
vibe
like
is
all
just,
one room, or was it separated?
The bedroom was separated.
Oh.
But the living room and the kitchen, it was like a little apartment.
Okay.
But thinking about staying in a place like that with you guys, like, the vibe is just not there.
It's a little
Also,
close
we're not all going to
quarters.
share a bed.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, not for sleeping.
No, not for that.
Okay, wait. I have to say this thing. Okay, also a problem with the Airbnb was that they entered the Airbnb without our knowledge for towels.
Yeah.
Again, as Nicole said, our Patreon, we have several episodes talking about this because it was just such a crazy and funny, wild experience. But like what kept being said was, what if we were having an orgy? What if we were engaging in group sex?
Yeah.
Like that would literally never happen between the three of us ever. But it's just so funny that kept coming up. Like
that was so funny.
Oh gosh.
There's no sexual chemistry between the three of us. Sorry.
100% no.
Damn. Ouch.
Adam, you're gay.
You're gay.
You're gay.
That boy is gay, and I really do believe that.
I'm pan mask attracted. So if one of you two start getting real butchy,
Okay, well, let's not do that.
Really? Okay.
I can't make guarantees.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
If you start getting chest hair, listen, not my fault.
And your
What
boobs
were you
go
wearing?
away.
I've got chest
We got
hair.
something going on.
I am a Hispanic woman. I've also got lower back hair and upper lip hair.
Ooh.
Same.
Ooh. Geez, for someone who said that there's no chemistry, you're really trying hard to get me to look.
Becca shaves her head. Comes.
No, I get like
I've got hair over here.
I get a beefy dad bod. See? You don't like this? What's not to like?
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh. No, okay, Adam, what have you been up to? Wait, Nicole, was there anything else on your list? Sorry.
No, not really. Other than the fact
we haven't
that
even let her get a full fucking sentence out.
Oh my god.
Nicole,
the
I'm
worst.
so sorry.
welcome to season 9.
Oh.
No, there's really not much else other than like I started on a little health journey because I was diagnosed with fatty liver disease, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So that just pretty much means that I eat too much shit food and I just need to better my health. So I've been doing that. I've lost a little bit of weight, which doesn't really matter as much than like how I'm feeling. Like I feel really, really good. Cut out added sugars and all that fun stuff and just kind of moving more every day, trying to get on the bike a little bit and walk. And I feel a lot better. So there's that. And I'm still on that journey. So let's not talk about muffin crumbles. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's
Sound
you
well.
know
Sound well.
when you get to a point where you're feeling happy, you can allow yourself little treaties.
Yes.
You know,
Yes. Well,
And
tis
also,
the season. Tis the season.
can
Pumpkin
tell.
bread.
Pumpkin bread,
Pumpkin bread's here.
donuts, apple
Ugh.
cider donuts. Anywho, you can tell you're feeling a lot better. Like it's in your aura. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah,
and your skin's
it's radiating
glowing,
off
and
of
not
you.
just the rosacea.
Yeah, the rosacea might be getting a little bit better. I was
Yeah.
talking to Jay about this yesterday. I was like, my skin's kind of behaving a lot better since I don't eat processed fast food literally every day of my life. And he's like, yeah,
Mm.
same.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's
Life hack.
That's
Life hack. What about you, Adam? What you been up to this summer? You went on a lot of trips, I feel.
I know. I was just gonna go through my camera roll to be like, what have I been doing?
Little journal.
Yeah. We did go. Steve and I went to, I don't remember when we ended season 8. June?
It was
End of
July 8th was our last episode.
Oh. Okay. Well, I talked about Pride, going to Disney Pride.
did.
We went to Disney a couple of times. Just kind of been hanging out, chilling.
Yeah.
I had to go back to Illinois for a big work project. Oh yeah, that's kind of like, I feel like the last few months have just been a blur. Like and I think that's my nervous system shutting down.
Yeah.
My nervous
probably.
system's like, something's going on and I don't want to deal with this. So
Yeah.
peace out. But yeah, it's been a good summer for the most part. Got through the big project. Work's still very hectic, but we're on the other side of that, so that's good. And we're just traveling. This is going to be a September to remember. We went to
Really?
we went to Palm Springs over
Labor Day.
and then this Saturday, this is like the next week is going to be wild. This Saturday is Camille, he's a comedian, but also a TV star. I can't think of his last name, but he was also in the new Marvel's movie with like all of. I'm
Avengers?
struggling, guys. It was like, what was that Marvel movie with like Angelina Jolie and all of those other characters? Like it was like,
Angelina
Oh,
Jolie.
like with like Storm and the bald guy.
It's not Avengers?
X-Men?
no, that's X-Men.
X-Men.
No, it was. This is so painful, and I'm so sorry, but let me just find Kumail Nanjiani, who
Okay.
was in. Let me find it.
Oh, he's an Indian.
Well, he was in the
man.
Chippendales movie, but what is that freak? Eternals. The Eternals.
Eternals. That's
okay.
new, isn't it?
Yeah. He was also in Silicon Valley. And
Yeah.
anyway, he's just so hot, but we're going to see him perform here in Phoenix on Saturday.
Fun.
And then
Ooh.
going to see Ray LaMontagne perform on Sunday with the Black Keys.
The Black
Fun.
Keys. Fun.
Yeah. And then the next Saturday is Atsuku, that comedian that I was trying to
Oh,
get us to
yeah.
watch, but we never really did. But she's in town, so we're going to see her. And then Casey Musgraves concert at the end of the month. So like
Casey
am so excited.
Musgraves. Wow,
Oh
you
my
got a
gosh.
packed. And you're staying in Phoenix the whole time, like you're not traveling for any of these.
yeah. And yeah, it's all in Phoenix. I forget that when you live in a big city, you have the opportunity to like do a lot of really amazing things. So
Well, and then in November we're gonna go see Taylor Swift at the Eras Tour together, so that'll be
I
fun.
know.
Yeah.
What?
Well, we're manifesting this. It hasn't. We don't have tickets, but it'll happen.
I'm really hoping that Taylor, since, listen, we're not going to get into Taylor much, but she has not announced or said a goodbye post or thank you post to LA, which she has done every single tour stop this entire tour, but she has not done an LA one. So me thinks that she's going to announce some LA shows, and me hopes I'll get a ticket to that one.
Me
Yeah.
hopes.
Me hopes.
But I doubt it.
Okay. I want to put it out there that I would go to the Eras Tour.
Okay.
Let's get it straight. I would go.
Okay.
Don't
then
leave me
we're all
out.
going. Then we're all going. That's.
I
what
mean,
it is.
if I could, I would go.
If I
I
could,
don't know how
I would.
expensive this is going to be. I'm not trying to drop a lot of money on
Yeah.
Miss Swift, even though I. So if it's feasible, I would go 100%
Okay.
Oh my God. Yes.
because I love the movie. Love it.
Yeah,
Loved
that's
it.
good.
It's the only way I've experienced it so far.
Yeah. So September to remember, kicking off, starting this, recording this season. So yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Should we get into plant updates?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the chatter may be over for the main pod, but if you want a little more,
Check us out on Patreon. We have our first tier, which gets an extra long episode once a month, along with a video component.
And then we have another tier which gets an extra chatty episode or mini-sode every single week.
we're so excited to keep the convo going. So head to patreon.com/poddedtogether to subscribe today.
Where are we at mentally, physically, all of the planty vibes?
Yeah.
Becca, you wanna talk about?
Yeah. Well, so we just
move.
moved into this house and I had to prepare the plant room before I could put anything in it because I was really just saving myself the effort of bringing everything in and then taking everything out again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
Because-
absolutely.
The room also smelled like a wet dog. Like,
Mm.
smelled like a wet dog. There was dirt everywhere. It was so disgusting. I wish that I could, like, accurately portray how gross this room was.
Oh.
But
that was what they probably used as a kennel, right?
Yeah.
Yes, for
Basically.
sure.
Okay.
Yes. Which is fine, but like it definitely needed to be cleaned.
And
5
the
years
dogs
ago.
probably needed to be cleaned too. It's a little
Yeah.
concerning.
Yeah. So I painted every surface, basically, the ceiling, the walls, the floor, everything. And before I could do that, I had to like spray it down. Anyway, so now the plants are out of their boxes. As I said earlier, a lot of them did really good. There was my Anthurium regale, the one that had just like the best comeback ever in the greenhouse, looks like shit. It looks so bad. It traveled
Oh,
horribly.
No.
Yeah, every single leaf
Ugh,
looks
that checks
absolutely
out, though.
fucking mangled. Yeah. But like all my other Anthurium did really
dang.
well. Like
Boo.
Anthurium are a bit more hardy than I even give them credit for, like with stuff like that. Because like the leaves are thick in a lot of them. So like they're not
Yeah.
going to get punctured.
Very
But anyway,
easily.
she
They're
got
just
fucked
kind of-
up.
Finicky.
Yeah.
She got.
Yeah. Well, I'm an Anthurium girl, so I can't talk shit. I love them. Hoya traveled really well. Everything that I really, really care about a lot, with the exception of that regale, did really awesome. So that's
Good.
good news. A couple spider plants didn't make it. No surprise. It's fine. I can replace them. But yeah, I have so many ideas for how I want to like design the plant room. I'm really excited to get all of that started. But I need to like find some storage solutions for all my
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still like at this point I'm into plants a lot. I love them. I'm in a plant phase.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited to like pop them around the house and see how they grow and change in this new space.
Yeah, that is the exciting part, is like a new space, like a new, there's a window here. I can have a plant over
Yeah.
here.
Mm.
That's
And
so fun.
honestly, it's really helped me to like be able to have plants in different locations and then to focus my care in sections like that. You
Mhm.
still can do that when they're all in one spot, but it was just easier for the way my brain works.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is there
Totally.
anything that you're going to be bringing from what you did at your old place, Sunroom? Any kind of setups? Like, are you going to do anything with the wall? Or, I mean, just a teaser or anything?
I am planning a big plant installation. But I want to do
Okay.
something different from the wall because I want this to be sort of like a portfolio of like what I can do. Because I do have like, I guess, distant career aspirations to like do plant installations, like big plant installations, like my plant wall, you know. I kind of just want to try something different, but same vibe but different. So I'm looking into pulleys,
Pulley system.
pulley system. So I'll say that. And then also I have a wall that, so the my new plant room faces northeast. So it's not like incredible lighting wise, admittedly, but if it was south facing, it would be so incredibly hot in there. So it is actually good that it's not, because it doesn't have air or like cooling or heating. It doesn't have either, which my other room didn't either, but it was it was more finished, it was more like integrated into the home. So it didn't really matter as much as far as like the cooling part. The heating part was a little bit of a problem at first because the windows were really old. So I don't know how it's going to go in winter in there, but there is a wall on the back where there's 3 big windows that lead to the interior of the house. And I don't really think that I could put any plants there, but you know how when plants are in water, they don't need as much light?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the science is behind that or if that's even accurate, but that's always been my experience. Like if a plant is in a water prop, I could put it in a dark corner and it literally is fine.
Yeah.
I don't know why or how.
Now that you're saying that, that's correct.
What's up with that?
Quite a few on a wall downstairs that just gets ambient light from my grow lights, like across the room, and they're fine. They're growing.
Yeah. Interesting.
That is interesting. Topic.
So
idea.
on that wall, I'm gonna do a big propagation wall, a la Hilton Carter. Remember how he had that big thing in his hallway? I think it was.
Yeah.
It was just like a bunch of glass vases and stuff.
Cute.
I'm gonna do something like that where there's just like a bunch of them.
Ooh, that would be pretty easy too.
I think it'd be easy to care for sure.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
that.
So that was a new idea that I had because I was taking out my little tube vases from packing and I put them up on nails that were already existing on that wall. And I was like, wait a minute, that looks really good.
So you have all your plants in that room?
Yeah, all the plants are in there now. And it actually was like a light bulb moment because I realized like not all of these have to go in here because I have like west windows. Which are amazing, like with thick windowsills, and my bathroom has an east window. Oh, it's just great. I'm excited. I want to do a big installation in my bathroom as well over the bathtub. One of my friends, Jamie Wolfer, she had a planty bathtub where she basically just like hung a ton of plants in her bathtub, and also Bree, Plant Girl 50, did the same thing. So I'm gonna draw inspiration from them both and like figure out what I want to do.
I love that.
Ooh, it's so exciting. Yeah, it's nice at like a new space or like you feel like a little rejuvenation, little shake up the water, not stagnant anymore. So that'll be exciting. And to like have maybe even like bigger plants and I don't know. It'll be fun to just see what your house is going to look like.
Yeah, it'll be really fun. I'm definitely excited to disperse plants throughout the house because that was not the case in the old place. I couldn't. So, yeah. It's going to be really exciting.
It was a little darker in your old house.
It was like a little dungeon. But we love her.
A little underground, little joint. Okay, well... I'm excited to see how you develop this space and like the plants and all of that. It'll be really fun.
It will be fun. Yeah. Stay tuned.
What about you, Cole Ann?
I am currently into plants too. Like I got like a little burst of like, oh, I love my plants again moment. Probably like a month ago. I feel like every time I look at my plants, they surprise me when I don't take care of them for so long. Like quite literally didn't water them again for maybe 2 weeks. Life is busy with weddings and such. I don't need to go into all that again, but it was just like kind of crazy. And then a few weeks ago, I was like, okay, I'm going to take a whole day. Literally, I counted it was like, I don't know, 9 hours or some crazy shit. I watered every single plant, took every dead leaf off of every plant, repotted like a lot of plants, went through lots of daily tanks. Okay.
Nice.
And I reorganized my shelves and I literally only lost like 2 plants. And I was like, man, these guys are resilient. Like all different kinds of plants too. Aeroids, cacti, Hoya. I didn't lose any Hoya, of course, because queens. But
yeah,
they always just surprise me, and I think that's why I love plants so much, because they are so resilient. It's almost like they've been with me for this long. They get it. They're like, we will eat again. We will see light again. She'll remember to turn on these lights tomorrow, hopefully, And they're still putting out new growth, and they're still just, for the most part, pest free. I found like 2 mealies on a plant, and that was it. So I'm shocked, and I just feel loved by them. So I'm into them again. So now I watered yesterday. I kind of like topped everybody off. I have to flush some of my leca plants. I don't have a lot of leca plants left, actually. I was thinking about that when I was repotting some plants. I actually repotted some leca plants into soil because I'm just reverting back to soil. This happened before too with some other plants, and once they get to be a certain size, I'm just like, I don't feel like dealing with the leca roots in the net pots. It was really bad. So I just put them in soil, So I just have to like go through and flush some and give some nutrient water to the ones that are still in leca. But that's really it. Like, I did all my plant chores the other day, and I felt really good about it. And I got some new plants over the summer too. I got a few newbies, got some gifted plants from our friend Bree before she moved, because she also moved. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't bring any plants outside this year. That's my update.
None.
For
no
the
cacti?
outdoorsies. Okay, I brought a couple succulents out, like this big pot of succulents that Brie gave me. I put that outside. It's doing fantastic. Another cutting of a succulent that she gave me, put that out there. It like took off and grew. But like I have like not an alocasia. What's the other one? What's the Adora? It's
no
like
idea.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's just a big leafy plant. So like I'm treating these as if they're like outdoor plants. I'm just going to like save the corms again for next summer. Like I just decided not to bring my cactus outside this year because it was just so much last year. So I just didn't want to do it. I was just lazy, honestly.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do it. And the cicadas, we didn't know how bad the cicadas were going to be. So I was just like, maybe I don't do that. Maybe I just hold off and you know what? They're under grow lights. None of them are in dark corners anywhere. So they're growing still, but just slowly, which is fine. But yeah, I made the conscious choice not to do that. I'm happy I didn't, because like in the next few weeks would be the time when we start to bring them in the Midwest.
Yeah.
And I don't have to do that now.
You don't have to go through that task. You can just enjoy fall.
Exactly.
That is always a lot of work to bring them all in and like clean them off.
Yeah.
And you always repotted everything when you brought them in, right?
Mostly, yeah, because I was just worried about critters.
Creepy crawlies, yeah.
And they were at the point where they got so big that they needed a repot, so...
Yeah. I always forget that like cactus need to be repotted because they just, in my mind, they're not growing that much. But
yeah.
I just had a cactus, like it got unpotted in the move. Spooky. And it like needs a repot. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that, but it's been a few years. So like, duh.
Yeah. Cacti are those ones we don't really think about like pulling up and looking at their roots very often.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fun. Well, I can't say that I'm on the same page as you both, feeling rejuvenated.
Okay.
Actually, I kind of am. I've had some breakthroughs, I think, in my plant care this year. So I'm sorry if we've already talked about them last season. But one thing about me and how my brain works is like I don't want to say it's one track because my brain is not one track, but sometimes processes and ways I do things are one track. Like I can't break out of that. Like how I used to do dishes was exactly how my mom used to do dishes. Like, and never in my life was I like, oh, I could just wash one plate and then not fill up the sink with water and had it sitting there and scrub it and then move it over to the other side, rinse it, then put it in the drainer. Like I can just do one plate without filling the sink. Like something so simple, but in my mind I was like, no, I just have to save dishes up till I fill the sink. Stupid. Well, I was doing the same thing with my plant care because everything is in passive hydro. I'm never going to switch out of it, but in my mind I needed to flush every time I watered, I flushed everything. sprayed it down, added nutrient solutions, wiped the shelves down, put it back on the shelf. And at points it's a lot, especially with the number of plants you accumulate over collecting. And it was becoming some sort of hurdle for me to even start my plant care because it felt like a insurmountable task. And in my other podcast with my friends Lydia and Jesse, Let's Talk Hoya, we had discussed this, and Lydia is very similar to me, and she made this comment about just like taking sections of your house. So I have like shelves. So now in my head, I've split things into like quadrants, and I'm like, okay, well, this quadrant gets the full treatment.
Yeah.
This week, everything else just gets watered in place, which I've never been a water in place boy. Like I've never done that. And then the next week, this shelf gets the full treatment. Everything else gets water in place. So at least once a month, everything's getting the full treatment. And honestly, it has helped take so much stress off of my shoulders for plant care.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful for that because it was feeling very overwhelming to a very big degree, I guess.
Yeah, it is nice to split it up like that. Well, because like you said, like even though all your plants are kind of in the same vicinity, same lighting, same passive hydro, I don't know, they grow at different paces, you know, so like they don't all need the same care every single week. But I get that because I'm kind of the same way. I'm kind of like, we're cleaning it all. We're doing it. Titanic's going on, you know? But yeah, you don't need to do that.
No.
That's true.
And then more recently, so like I have been treating with Pure Crop One making a foliar spray, but then also treating for root mealies, which it works wonders for root mealies. As a drench, that's how I do it. Let's Talk Hoya Instagram. Sorry to promote Let's Talk Hoya on here, but you know what? I'm part of them both, and you guys are supportive.
Yeah, do it.
100%.
But the Instagram over there has like a little video on how I've done Pure Crop One drench, but it has literally cured my root mealies. And also, we had Doug Chamberlain on as a guest, and he was really struggling with root mealies. And we're like, hey, Doug, try this. Reported back a few months later and was like, they're gone. Like, I'm shocked. So Pure Crop One has worked well for root mealies. Does not work for flat mites, spider mites.
Oh, no.
Dang.
Because I've just discovered heaps of flat mites to a degree that I'm just like almost wanted to throw up.
Oh, wait, you posted about that yesterday, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I don't think I did.
I saw you post something about...
Oh, spider mites on my Bella.
Oh, shit.
From a year ago.
Bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Anyway, so over the last weekend and this week, I've really just assessed my plants, and I've assessed which ones I want to keep and which ones I don't care for anymore. And then I've also, so they're in piles now. Treatment pile, take a cutting and regrow pile, and then trash pile. And the trash pile is not really big because I got rid of them, because if I didn't do it when I was feeling like I had the motivation to do it, I wasn't going to. So I threw away a lot of plants. But they weren't healthy because they had pests. So don't sit here and say, "Oh, you should have sold the cutting." No. I did not have the mental capacity to treat them. We shouldn't shame anybody for their decisions, unless you're hurting somebody,
including ourselves.
Yeah. Anyway,
including ourselves.
That's me trying to tell myself that. But anyway, so I am feeling better now. I need to finish some of the things. I need to take the cuttings of the plants, and I'm going to take cuttings and then throw the rest of those ones away, because it's so much easier to focus your energy and treat a small plant.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
And not to be braggadocious, but those cuttings are probably going to grow into a full plant within 6 months anyway. So like, I mean,
they are for sure.
Yeah.
You're like the Hoya god.
Yeah, seriously. You could just take a single cutting and regrow like 1,000 times. The cuttings that you sent me a couple months ago would probably already be full grown plants if they were in your care.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I've got the touch.
You do.
You've got the magic touch.
Watch all these cuttings just die. But anyway.
Don't talk about that online if it happens.
I know. And reasons I like decided who was going who, it was just like emotional connection, or if I just vibed with the plant. Listen, I went through like a lacunosa we all kind of did, but I went through a craze. And do I need all of those Lacanosa? No. So I'm keeping a few of my favorites. Favorites being your leaf is really gorgeous, and I love this. Love the flower. There's one specific Lacanosa that I didn't want to treat, but I'm going to because the flower smells exactly like big red gum.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sploosh.
I know. And the thing is, everyone always called Hoya Lacanosa like cinnamon flower, like it smells like cinnamon. I have never smelled cinnamon in a Lacanosa flower until this specific species or
Which
whatever.
one is it?
Mentawai? From Mentawai? I don't know. I'm maybe a little fact check on that. But anyway, she's gorgeous. The leaves look like satiny velvet sheen, but the smell is just full on cinnamon, and it's the best. But anyway, those are how I decided what to keep. What went was just things that I just don't care about anymore. I don't know.
I think it's actually a good thing to have a regular go through of your collection and just be like, what is not resonating anymore? Because isn't that kind of the fun of it, to have like a rotation? Like, of course you have the plants that you've always loved and will always be around, but like it's okay to like a trendy plant and then to change your mind.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? I think that's a good thing.
I do too. And I consulted some friends, and they're just like, do what's best for you. Like, don't worry about anything else, because a lot of my worries were just about everything else. It's not about me, because I knew what I wanted out of the situation. I didn't want to take care of that plant anymore, but then I was doing it out of obligations that I was relieved of. So it feels better, because I also have a bunch of plants in prop boxes, different Hoya that I don't have, that I would like to move out to Gen Pop to repot to put on my shelves. But some of these have been in a prop box for like 9 months. And I was really sitting there thinking, Adam, why have you not done this? I was like, well, I don't have the space. And now I look at my shelves and I'm like, I have space. Like I have for the things that I want to have there, not the things that I was keeping there out of any sort of false obligation. Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, so maybe I am feeling better.
Yeah, it sounds like it a little bit.
It's been a little roller coaster. It's not fun finding pests. And I think in my head, I just need to think they've been there for probably the last year. Just, having an orgy, hanging up the live, laugh, love sign, all of the things. So it's okay if they're going to be there for the next month too, while I'm sorting out how I'm going to treat everything and processing it. So anyway.
Yeah. Especially flat mites, they need like a plan of attack.
Yeah.
They really do.
Well, cool. Thanks for sharing.
Thanks. So that's our updates for season 9, episode 1. We want to hear from you guys as well. Like, what's your vibe with your plant collection? What are some things that maybe have changed for you in the past few months? Just anything. Head over to Instagram, leave us a comment. Tag us in a story if you want. Do whatever. Do all the things. So to celebrate how far we've come with this podcast, we thought that each episode of this last season, the final season of Potted Together, we could tie back to a season prior and just chat about something that was really impactful or that helped us or that we loved. Just about something that happened during that season. This is truly like a journal for us. If you listen to the catch-ups through the years, like, that it's just basically us talking about life at the beginning. So it's kind of fun. But I think the most impactful thing for me from season 1, aside from starting this with you guys and creating this friendship that we've created, is just our plant therapy episode. Where people got to know all of us a little more, but also like understand how much plants truly have helped so many people through difficult times. I haven't re-listened to it because I did listen to like our first episode once for something and the audio was so bad, and I immediately knew that if I listened to it I would want to redo them all, and I was like, Adam, you cannot do this. You cannot mentally go back and just redo everything. So just, you've learned, past seasons are better. Anyway,
like just thinking about the mood of season 1, we were just like so giddy and excited, and like I was recording under my desk with a blanket over, which is so funny. We were going to such like extreme lengths to get good audio quality, and then now I'm literally sitting in my car. And Adam was in his closet for a really long time.
Yeah.
Where was I when we first started?
Like you were always right there.
No, because I didn't live here.
You didn't live there. Where did you record?
Was it? It wasn't my. Was it my office on the back porch? I can't remember.
Oh, I don't. I think it was because your wall of like art and like cute stuff was behind you.
Yes. Yeah. I think it was there.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, we're throwing it back.
We are.
Yeah, that's so crazy. It was 2020. Mm-hmm. We started this. I mean, we just were talking a lot, and then we're like, wait, why don't we just start a podcast? And in a time where people were very isolated, we were very isolated. We got to really connect, and that is just so special. And I think just that message has gone through every single season, but especially I think in season 1 we were really relying on each other.
Yeah, big time.
Absolutely. Yes.
I think that's when the plant therapy episode really, I'm glad it launched in season 1, because I feel like that episode, anytime we ask people what their favorite episode was, it's usually that one. And I don't know, it did come at a time where like we needed plants for therapy. Yeah. And like plants really did get us through those tough times. And then our, earlier lives before we even met each other, we talked about. So it was an emotional episode. And I really enjoyed that one too. That would be my favorite moment from that time too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's season 1, episode 5 for anybody. We'll link it down below too if anybody is interested in giving it a listen.
Yeah.
In memory of Potted Together.
And don't talk about the audio quality.
Yeah, sorry.
Adam.
We've learned, and it's because of constructive criticism from you all. So thank you.
Correct.
But anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I ignored it. It was like, yeah, this sounds perfect. Ugh, no. Anyway, if you've been here, if you've listened to season 1, let us know if there's something there that you loved. We'll be back next week, episode 2.
Thanks, guys.
And until then,
see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.